Hey everybody, I just thought I'd take a chance and bring you a few videos here about what God had given me for the sermon this morning. It's been on me hard all week, and there are 5 different points I really want to make with it. I talked to the church last week, and I really want to talk to everybody and let y'all know, God's really laid it on my heart that as we're getting closer to this time, that unity is important. And he told us, in Hebrews, not to forsake assembling as the time got closer, that we were going to need each other. But as man, we draw all these divisions between us. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love Danny and I so much, is because it's not about how we're different, it's about how we're the same. Danny respects me and knows that I believe in once saved, always saved, and that he's not going to change my mind on that. And I know that Danny believes you can lose your salvation, and I'm not going to change his mind on that. I can show him in the Bible, and he can show me in the Bible. But it's about the ways that we're all the same, y'all. And it's time that we all band together as we're drawing closer. I'm looking at probably here in the near future, I'll be starting a church. And instead of non denominational, I'm calling it undenominational. Because in particular, I want to go towards the Romans 15. Instead of looking at the things that we're different in, I want to look at how we're together. As long as it's by the Bible, that's what matters. But I want to talk to you tonight about, and actually I'm going to put it in 5 videos. What is real love? What is real love? Man, I was in there in the church this morning with some of the teenage girls, and you ask any teenage girl what real love is, and it's what she's feeling for the guy that she's dating that week. That ain't real love. Real love's deep, special, important. Real love comes from knowing each other and growing together. God gave us real love. You know, there's no greater love than when a man lays down his life for his brother. But how about when you were created because he wanted to love you? Where I feel that the church needs to head right now, as we're drawing closer, where I'm feeling called by God that we need to head, is Jesus told us that the 2 most important things were to love the Lord our God with all our heart, all our mind, and all our strength, and all our soul, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And I think that those are the 2 items that the church needs to do. Now, Jesus told us to go forth and baptize them in his name. But folks, guess what? If they don't know who God is and why they should love him, we ain't going to be baptizing them. See, Jesus told us himself that if we had those 2 things, then everything else would fall in place. So that's what we're looking for, y'all. And that's what we, the church, need to be doing. We need to be showing people who God really is. We need to be drawing people toward him. We need to be teaching them about love. They see that part where Jesus quotes it. He's quoting from Deuteronomy. And Mark is the only one that carries the first part of that. And that is, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." Now, does it surprise you that the first commandments deal with the fact to only have one God, to not have any idols? The Lord our God is one Lord. There is only one God. We should worship no other. When Moses asked him, "Well, who should I say sent me?" He said, "I am that I am." And if you go look at all the connotations of that in Hebrew, you find that he was telling him, I'm the only one that doesn't depend on somebody else. Everything else I created. Nothing created me. It says he is a jealous God. So the very first thing we've got to do is realize that there's only one God for us to worship. That's the God of Israel, God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph. The God that pulled Israel out of Egypt. He's still that same God that we worship today. And it's his son, Jesus Christ, who came to walk the earth. And folks, I mean, some of y'all out there are going to go, oh, there he goes on that Jesus kick again. Yeah, because I got some questions that I want you to really honestly think about. All right? Jesus could only be one of three things: a really, really, really bad con man. The reason I say a really bad con man is because, folks, he only worked at it for 3.5 years and then he got killed. A crazy fool. Or he is who he said he was, the Son of Christ, or the Son of God, the Christ. And if he's either of the first two, then why are we still talking about him 2,000 years later? Why is it that the Bible's banned in so many countries around the world? You know, God loves us. He is the one true God, and he sent his son down here for us. And you're going to go, oh, well, wait a minute, he sent him for Israel. Yep, he did. And Israel denied him. The builders denied the cornerstone. But if you look through all the prophecy, you'll find that God knew that all along, and that he says that he was sending him to save the world. As my buddy Cal Grow likes to say, me and Jesus love you. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night.